so you can find it everywhere. Oh, they always keep telling us that, don't they? The thing is that parties at your home party is one lead generation system. The party plan business model of referral-based marketing based on everybody at this party is related, and this is an emotionally charged environment, makes it a great place to schedule shows. It works. And that piece of the lead generation will self-perpetuate once you have your show schedule in place. If, for example, people who are really high performers, doing 18 to 20 shows a month, literally stand in front of 180 to 300 people at their shows every single month. So that means that if they are seeing 300 people a month in the party plan environment, 1 in 10 will say yes. 30 shows are being scheduled at their show for the future. That's what self-perpetuation is all about. And it works on all levels, like 2 shows a week, that's 8 shows a month. You're standing in front of 180 people at a show. 1 in 10 will say yes, you're going to schedule 18 shows at least for the future. That's the self-perpetuation process that works. But you always want to bring in new blood. Keep your shows, your business solid. Bring in new customers that are totally unrelated to your existing client base. The sales funnel is an old school marketing program. 20 years ago, all sales educational programs focused on the funnel. I love the funnel. The problem with the funnel is most people don't use it right. They don't understand it, and party plan is the biggest violator of how the funnel works. As you can see, pretty simple. Leads in, money out. That's how the sales funnel works. And so the goal is that each lead generation system is going in the top of your funnel. And so when you have a lead generation system of going to a fair every single month, that's a lead generation system. When you offer yourself as a workshop for the Girl Scouts or offer yourself as a speaker at the library, this is a lead generation system. You stand in front of a small group of people, 1 in 10 will say yes, you tell your little story, you offer them value. They need free speakers at the Kiwanis Club, the Junior League. That's a lead generation system. The Internet's a lead generation system. Clubs, schools, these are all systems of bringing people into your business that are not related to your party plan. And when you do that, when you have enough systems going in, you're going to have a steady cash flow out. So the funnel has 2 concepts that make it work. One is that you must have several lead generation systems. In party plan, we tend to have 1, acquaintances. Now, I know that's spelled wrong. But, and then after a while, we have another one called party plan, guests. That's what happens in most businesses. We have 2 lead generation systems in party plan. But you need many, many ways to bring new people into your system. The Internet, fairs, expos, clubs, whatever. All these different systems. And when you do that, you're going to have money coming out the bottom. That's one concept of the system. The next concept of the system is that, so you always, massive numbers of people coming in. You can always make up in numbers what you lack in skill. Okay? And so new people who don't have the skills yet have to ask more people to get the skills and to get the numbers. Because you can always make up in numbers what you lack in skill, and the numbers give you the skill. And that's why seeking the know, doing more and more sprinkling and sprinkling and speaking and sprinkling and practicing the system of more yeses and the 10-second rule, you're going to get better at it. But this is the concept of the funnel that works, why it works. See, in party plan, we walk up to someone, you create your list of 62 people that are your best friends since you know since kindergarten, and then you run out and say, boom, I just started my 31 business, do you want to have a show?
No.
No. Hey, Mary, I just started my 31 business. Do you want to be a consultant?
No.
You don't develop a relationship. You don't do the 10-second rule. You don't figure out how you can serve their needs. This is called shoving the people in the funnel from the bottom. It's going for the close first. You don't go for the close first. Okay? The way the funnel works is that it's a graduated system of commitment. And when you understand this, that you can never shove people in the funnel from the bottom. I don't care if they're friends, family, at the home party. When people walk in your home party, you just arrived, Heather, at the home party, and it's so nice to see you today. Would you like to have a show?
No.
That was shoving her in from the bottom. Okay? When someone walks into a party plan, that's one lead generation system. They have a minimum commitment to you. They voluntarily came into your funnel with very little responsibility. They're at your show, they're in your funnel. As they sit there and have a good time, they become more committed to you. When they buy a product, they become even more committed. When they fill out the prize drawing slip and say, maybe, I'd like to have a show, they've gotten a little deeper in your funnel. They don't schedule a show, they leave, they jump right out. They come to another show a month later. They've started down here now because they're already have some level of commitment because they've come back to a second show. And so now they have fun again, and this time they say yes, and they date a show. Now they're a little bit more committed to you. Now they're a hostess. You got more money coming out the bottom. At the hostess, you ask them if they'd like to be a consultant. They're more committed to you now because they're raving fans. They have all these products, and they're deeper in your funnel. And so at some point, they may even sign up to be a consultant, and even more money comes out of the bottom. Every lead generation system has this graduated system of commitment called customer loyalty. And when somebody walks up to you at a fair or an expo, and we do this a lot in this business, someone steps into the booth, and you say, Katie Lee, welcome to the 31 booth. Would you like to be a consultant? You've taken your lead generation system of going to a vendor event, and you asked them to be a consultant. You went for the close before you became a friend. That's the funnel. And so I'm going to share one thing before we move on and show you another example of this. And thinking about the funnel a little bit in your business, and recognizing, this is kind of like to summarize, like the 10-second rule, the rapport building, kind of forces you to use the funnel the way it's been designed to work. And that is to develop a relationship and increase the loyalty of your leads. You cannot close a lead when you meet them. The lead is the beginning. The lead is the beginning. The close is the end. The ABCs are you're prepared. You've done your homework, you have your catalog, your book, your calendar. You've written your top 20 list. You've done all the preparation, and you're mentally, emotionally, financially invested in doing everything necessary to schedule shows. But the lead is developing the relationship so that the money comes out the bottom. You cannot close them without allowing them to become loyal to you. I went to a workshop in Pennsylvania. We have this guy called Myron Golden. Anybody ever hear him? He's an MLM educator. And I don't know if anybody here has ever been to an MLM speaker series, but they get really hyped up. They get really hyped up there. And they get their audience really emotionally involved. A friend of mine, Nancy Lucas, who was the first consultant that I ever signed up, who's still in the business, and she's 76 years old. Don't prejudge by age. She joined because she wanted to keep her brain sharp, give her something to do since her husband died. And she's still doing it, and she's sharper than I am. Okay. So Nancy Lucas had bought the ticket to go to Myron Golden's seminar in Hazleton. And by buying a ticket, she got 2, 1 for free. And so she asked me to go. And so I went to Myron Golden's workshop, therefore I stepped into his sales funnel voluntarily by walking in the door. When you meet someone at a vendor event, when they stop to talk to you, they've stepped into your funnel. But if you immediately try to close them, they jump out. Right. So if Myron had immediately walked up to me and said, "Do you want to buy something?" I'd probably say, "Get lost. Go ahead." But what happened was, we had a nice workshop. I got emotionally connected to the whole operation. And I bought a book or a CD, I don't know what. I bought a book. It was probably like $47. But with that book, I got a free ticket to his next event. So now I'm becoming a little bit loyal to him. I go to his next event, and it's the same thing. You really get excited. And they have lots of speakers at these events, lots of different educational event speakers. And at that event, I spent $340-some and bought like a CD set, an educational program. And you should invest in yourself. It's really important to invest in yourself. And so at that, with that program, I bought this program and he gave me a ticket to this other program for free. So now I had to drive to Washington, D.C. now for this. So that's an investment in itself. When I showed up at that, I dropped even further down the funnel because I had to drive further to get there. And so now I'm at this event, and all the hype and all the excitement, and I've already invested money in him. I've seen how good his programs are, and everything's working in my life. I spent $3,000 at this place. And it was a 3-day workshop, overnight retreat, workshop, internet marketing, the whole bit. Anyway, my point was big cash out of fun. Now, I had gone to his very first event, and he walked up to me and said, "Would you like to join a $3,000 weekend retreat, all expense paid with food too, but it's only $3,000. I would have said no. This is a sales funnel, and that's the way it's designed to work. In our industry, we always shove people in from the bottom. As a matter of fact, we're taught from the home office to shove people in from the bottom. And the system doesn't work. In other words, you can't write a list of the top 62 people that you've known from kindergarten and go up to every single one of them and say, "Do you want to buy something? No. Do you want to have a party? No. Do you want to be a consultant? No." It just doesn't work without developing a relationship. And these things that we've talked about all day lead up to the point. These are the skills you need to get those 62 people to say yes, to create that loyalty just by becoming a friend, just by asking open-ended questions, just by developing a relationship through small talk, complimenting them. You are allowing them to fall deeper into your funnel. Stop shoving people in from the bottom and start having enough lead generation systems, which we're going to talk about, so the person standing in front of you is not going to make or break your business. Practice your skills. Your business will boom. All right, now I'm going to teach you the 4 lead generation systems that allowed me to build my business from zero to replace an $80,000 a year job in 9 months.